The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
A number of years ago, a young father passed away after a lengthy illness, leaving behind a widow and a house full of small children. For some odd reason, sadly, the mother, the almana, the widow, was consumed with guilt. She felt that her husband passed away because of maybe her sins, because of something that she did. And more than that she could have done more for her husband as he struggled and as he suffered, and she didn't. She was so consumed with guilt that she was unable to properly parent her children. She was always negative, and it was so difficult and so challenging, and the home situation deteriorated further. When the local askarim, those that were trying to assist this woman in getting her life together, realized what was going on, they tried everything within their means to help her, but nothing worked. Finally, one of them told the woman, "I'm giving you a plane ticket to Eretz Yisrael, and I'm making you an appointment with Rabbi Shlomo Landau. Rabbi Shlomo Landau's heart bled the pain of Klal Yisrael. Go speak to him, talk to him. Maybe between the two of you, you can figure something out." And she acquiesced. She travels to Eretz Yisrael. She sits down across the table from Shlomo Landau. She opens up her heart and she begins to cry and to share how her husband passed away, and there's Yisayimim, there's orphans, and it's all her fault. It's her guilt, it's her shortcomings, and that she didn't do enough for her husband. And Shlomo Landau empathized, and he listened, and he tried to feel her pain. And then she says to him, "Rebbe, what's my tikkun? What could I do? What type of tshuva? How could I rectify? What actions do I have to do to somehow, some way, get atonement for this terrible sin?" Shlomo Landau all of a sudden got very serious, and he said, "I'm willing to tell you what to do, but you need to accept upon yourself 100% to follow the tikkun. More than that. Here's a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write down a note of what your tikkun is going to be and sign it. Are you willing to follow my directive to the T?" The woman was a little taken aback. What's he asking her? Is it going to add more stress to her life and more challenges? But she was willing to do anything at that point. And Shlomo Zalman said to her, "I want you to take a plane back to Eretz Yisrael. Write this down." She writes it down. "I want you to take a taxi directly from the plane to the most beautiful, amazing toy store in your neighborhood. And I want you to buy the most incredible toys for each of your children, a gift that's beyond their dreams." She looked at him and says, "And then what?" "And then I want you to come home with a smile and give each child a loving hug. And I want you to give them the gift and say, 'I missed you so much. Look, here's something very special for you.' And then promise me you'll stop thinking about the guilt and you'll focus on your children, on their happiness, and on your single responsibility, which is being a positive mother. Write it down and sign it." The woman was taken aback. She wrote it down. She signed it. She went back to the United States. She bought the toys, and she turned a new leaf. That's the godless of a gadol b'Yisrael, helping a woman in a difficult situation who somehow couldn't get rid of her grief.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org